Good morning for our ROI Live in 5, which is 5 minutes. We're going to give you something
Ish.
that has an ROI on it, right? Sometimes Ryan and I don't do 5 minutes well, but we're going to try to stick to it a little bit. Now, here's the really cool thing. Every time we do these, one, they're going in our school community. So if you're not a part of that, it is really cool. And I'd be happy to invite you in for free. There will be a charge next year, but that charge is only like $69 for the whole year. So very, very worth it. And you've got all of these things in there for free. And then we always have a little giveaway that goes along with this. And so we will have that for you guys, which is essentially like I don't know, it's going to be like a user doc for best practices, right? In small business. And we'll put some real estate ones in there too for CRM tags and contact types and all that fun stuff. But so here's the fun thing is that Ryan and I actually had to Google what is the definition of a true CRM today because we always say different things. But at the end of the day, Google says customer relationship management. I always say client retention, relationship. All those things are real though.
Everyone gets the idea what it's for.
Yeah, yeah. It's a place where you put all of your leads and your contacts and you work them if you're a business owner. Okay. And so you should have some type of workflow associated, all those fun things. You could even call like your, Gmail contacts like a CRM if you really want to and some of that stuff. But for today, we would like to discuss one that where you've got tags and contact types and all these different things. So Ryan, really quickly, let's hit them with the stats because you read some really great stats off and I think that obviously, our whole goal here is to help you guys put little tiny things in place, simple things that then will have an ROI for you. And so listen to these stats that Ryan gave me about tagging your database. I just thought it was fascinating.
Yeah, happy to provide some real numbers. I've caught a little bit of flack for being a little bit too general in the past. So, a properly tagged and organized and consistently contacted client database is one of the highest ROI assets a business can have, often a 2 to 5x um, uh, producing 2 to 5x more valuable in a database once it's organized compared to an unorganized or neglected one. So
Yeah.
again, just getting your database organized properly is going to 2 to 5x, what you get out of the database. So
Yeah.
this is why it's one of the things we start with. Usually when we're working with our consulting clients, you have to this is the easy stuff. This is the easiest and fastest way to multiply what you already have and to bring in business fast is to work with the people that already know you.
Yeah, right. And like just taking the time to actually sit down and go through. I know it's exhausting, but like it really does have the biggest ROI you could possibly have. Because let's just look at it, right? Like, so say I'm a real estate agent, or I mean, any business owner, really. Say I work out regularly and I'm very fit, which I'm working on, and I go to the gym. And I meet somebody who's another business owner, and we strike a great conversation, and we know we could do business together, right? I should immediately go home, or in my perfect world, go right on my cell phone, right? All of we have the ability to do that now these days, but go in there, add them in, and actually put the month, the year that I met them. So like that's a part of the tagging process that we like to do. So like lead dash, 2025. I always put year first so that I know, but like 2026 what it's April. So April lead or whatever, right? And then I would also tag YMCA because then I can be like, if I don't remember when I met them, right, then I can at least put in YMCA and it might pop up, right? If I'm tagging it properly. And then I can really easily remember, like, oh my God, what was that person's name? Oh, I went to the Y because I tagged properly, right? And so that's just one example for leads. Let's give another one. Like, let's give one that, when you've got like, somebody you've been working with a long time or past clients, Ryan, like
Mhm.
how could we tag some past client stuff so that we make sure that we communicate with them properly and well?
So, I mean, what I'll usually do is I will have just a blanket pass client tag because
Yep.
there's going to be, you want to think about tags are there for you to, they need to be not only descriptive, they need to be functional, right? This is a group of humans that I may want to do something with, right? So all of our past clients, we may want to send them all something, I love you on Valentine's Day, and send them all something, I'm thankful for you on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
right? But then, there might be individual groups of past clients, like clients from this year that I want to do a special thank you for, or maybe, the life cycle, like in real estate, if someone's going to stay in a house or start think about moving in 3 to 5 years, right? So it's useful knowledge to know, hey, who are my past clients that bought a house 3+ years ago? I want to be able to go grab them because they're already thinking about moving.
Yeah.
So they may be curious what their home is worth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, right. And we talked about it even like if you just look at Ciprani Consulting, right? Like, so Ryan right now has a few open slots. Doesn't happen very often because a lot of people keep him really busy and they always want him in their lives, which is super fun and is we're really grateful for. But he has a few slots that are going to be opening up. And here's the deal, like, we could, in theory, go into our CRM, our database for Ciprani Consulting right now, right? Very different than real estate and blast everybody that ever worked with Ryan, say, hey, he has two spots that are opening up in the next month. Do you have interest in working with him again? And we can do those things really well. And then boom, that's an ROI,
Mhm.
right? Like there are lots of people that you worked with in 2016 that contact us. We have a good friend that just came back that we're gonna work with after this. I'm gonna call him back after this, which will be fun. But like, those people like they want to know when you've got an opening, right? And they might be able to
Mhm.
slide in and boom, there's money, right?
Yep. And one other number, and y'all are familiar with this loosely, I'm sure, but the cost of acquiring, a new client that doesn't know you is 5 to 8 times more than the cost of going back and basically farming your past clients and the people that you already know well, right? So,
Yeah, five
so
to
you
eight.
want,
My
yeah,
God, that's
it's
like such a
much more
huge difference.
expensive.
So much more
Um,
expensive.
and it's funny, the number of times in consulting where I get a chance to work with someone that literally just goes and they do the hard thing, right? They go and they get nothing but brand new clients every time.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you're not doing anything with like you're sitting on a gold mine with your past clients that already know, like, and trust you. We need to do something with them. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good that you're working hard, you're doing this the hard way, but let's also get the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, so we will give you, like I said, best practices. But really quickly, for the heck of this, by the way, if you are somebody that's looking at this beautiful screen and going, "Holy crap, how do I get this split?" It's so nice. Google just did this fun thing, arrange your split view. You can have multiple things split in here. So just that's one of our new favorite things in consulting that we've been looking at. But here's like small business in general, and then we've got real estate because we do so much real estate consulting, right? So we always want to provide real estate agents with best practices because we've been building those businesses for years. But like if I just look at like right best tips and tricks over here, for small business, sphere of influence, we love to use that, and you could call that SI, SOI, whatever you want to do there. But people that you already know, like, right, that like, know, and trust you, Ryan was saying, and we can get business from them and we should be documenting them. You could put them as past clients, right? Or I've worked with them. VIPs, so like anybody who has referred or completed like 5,000 in volume with whatever the company is that we're consulting, right? Or more. And you'll know, like, depending on what your, average client, what you make with your average client, like, you'll know who your VIPs are. Now, in real estate, the VIPs are people that are like regularly, sending referrals to us. Like we want to make sure that we're consistently thanking them in a really great way. But we want to have a VIP program for both of these people and both of these companies, right? You've got A clients, B clients, C clients, and then you've got those past clients. And like I said, I like to have year up front with a dash so I can go in and look at everybody we ever worked with in 2016. And it's just so nice to be able to see that. I like to put the year first with a dash because then I can sort and see all the years in order. It's just a Linzee thing. It doesn't mean you have to do that. You could do past client to 2025, whatever you want to do. I just like searching year first. And then, like I said, I like them all in order there. And then lead tags, we've got anything that is 1 to 3 months out normally in a business. Now, like it's funny in Soprani Consulting, when somebody's really needing to hire, we need to move faster there. So like our, leads we might consider a hot person like within a month. And once we get to 3 months, they probably already made their own hire. So like again, your business, but you want hot leads, warm leads, cold leads, and so on. And you've vendor tags, right? Other things, birthdays, like we've got January birthday, February birthday, so that we can just pull those lists really easily and wish people happy birthday or send them gifts, right? 36 touches, an annual marketing plan. We've got people that want to be on that and some people that don't, right? We want to remove people regularly from that stuff if we didn't do well with them for some reason. And again, more other things, like you've got sources of business and stuff. And so again, you've got all of that stuff here, right? Different sources. And so we'll give you some of those best practices, but really quickly, because we did go long again, what do we want to leave them with? I really think it's important for them to know
I
that,
got one thing I want to leave them with
yeah,
too.
I love that. Go.
Yeah, to help us go even longer today. So, again, we've been doing this a long time. If you're a business that is not getting the vast majority of your clients from people that you already know, past clients, referrals, and stuff like that, we work a ton with businesses that are getting 75 to 80% of their clients from the people they already know and have worked with. So that shows you the gap between where you're at versus where you could be. Like you're already doing great in your business, but you're only getting 10% of your business from referrals. Imagine if you could take all the business that you're generating from nothing and add on, now I'm getting 70 to 80% of those people
Yeah.
tacked on to what I'm already doing,
Yeah.
So there's a tremendous potential for return if you're not leveraging this at a high level.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna say. I'll leave you with this, the three people that are watching at the moment. We love you. And if you have chatted somewhere, ask questions. I missed it today, but we'll come back and ask or answer them. But listen, here at the end of the day, if I like I said, Ryan does have two spots available. Some of our other coaches and consultants have a couple spots too that have just opened up. So like, if this is like, oh my God, I really need to do this. Like, even if it's just 1 month of working with us where we help you gain clarity there. I mean, we could do so much more. But like, man, if you dial this in, we promise that you're going to see a huge return. So it's a really good business opportunity, and you need to sit down and do it. And if you can't sit down, get an admin or somebody and put them in consulting with us and let us do that with them. Good. All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, ROI in 15.
Bye.